Okay, Bismillah. What's the date today? 25th of May. A week on from my first video last week. So just a quick recap. For myself, this whole channel, everything's for my own accountability. If you found yourself in here, feel free to jump off. It's just for my own personal accountability. I'm not yet a profitable trader, and so you might want to just jump on ICT's page or whoever's certified. But yeah, anyhow, let's go. From last week, we were anticipating this kind of drop. Reason being, what was our, if we start on a monthly, what were we saying? And I'm gonna have to, 1 second. I'm gonna have to go on a continuous and just on a monthly. Yeah, so what was happening here? We knew on a monthly we were very bullish, but I think it was on a weekly that we were starting to see some signs that were concerning. So let me just see on a weekly here. Right. Some stuff over here I got on. What's this? So I'm going to get rid of this right now, but basically in that same area I was looking at a weekly order block. And this would be, I don't really want to extend this anymore, so I'm going to coordinates 6, let's see what that does. So, okay. Essentially I was looking for price to reclaim bullish. Right, we were looking for a possible, still bullish, but we're looking for a possible retracement into this high probability inverse fair value gap. Yeah, and then going back down on the 3-day. What have I hit? Warning, order flow is still very bullish. Yeah, this was when we were coming in here. And we seeing support in this free. Therefore, as of now, short play is dangerous. Long needs to be favored. Alright, cool. 3-day bearish swing high. And the weekly CB and weekly bearish order block. And area where we can see short-term retracement. Yeah, so we're looking for a short-term. It's not down bearish, right? We were just saying we've had, 1, 2, 3, let's say inside week 4, 5, 6 bullish weeks. It could wanna just do a little retracement. Then I go on to the, let's see, on a 1 day. 1 day when I started to see, just make sure that it's anchored correctly. On a 1 day. So okay, I'm gonna go on the time frames, my special time frames. Yeah. So I'm still looking for all-time highs to be taken, right? This is where we're higher time frame looking for. But on the way there, what I'm saying is, it's not a crazy area based on what we're seeing on a 3-day inside that weekly CB to get a retracement, one last shakeout, yeah? And it's high probability fair value gap falls within this 911. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to get rid of it because it's just in the same area, but we'll leave it. So we've got a confluence of price turning in this area. $9.11, we want to see support from this bullish order block. Right, yeah, so I was saying, look, coming into this 911 BISI, yeah, price exploded away. What does that mean? This means a high probability order block in terms of a continuing high. So what does it mean if we close underneath it? It means we've changed state of delivery, right? Does that make sense? Let me just zoom in so we can really understand what's going on. So this area falls within the weekly CB, yeah? I'm going to just bring it down into the hours. So we are in an area right? So in an area where we could see price. What time was this dump? 9:11. Held it in the lower half of this weekly CB from Thursday. From when? From Tuesday. Wow. For a whole week, essentially, in between this and that. So this is a short-term low, so it's an intermediate term of this. To continue bullish, there's no reason for us to break this. Why? Because we'd already swept, right? We'd already swept buy side, and then we saw a displacement higher. So this should be an intermediate term low, right? But we violated it here. When we violated it, we are no longer bullish. So, and when I say bullish, I'm talking about for short term, right? We're looking for price to at least come into. So if we're very bullish, we're still expecting price right now. No, they've just taken it short of the 50% of the range. So what does that mean? It means exactly what you think it means. It means that this leg down is not finished. It's just when we're seeing higher prices right now, it's just manipulation to get again a new wave of longs early in the market before it dumps, and then we can get the real real pump. So how does that look like? It looks something like this. Open the week here. We do like this. We might do like this. If we even get this high. But ultimately we break to here. Might even be all the way to here, right? Could be like that. Something like this, right? Get to a discount, start seeing bullish signatures, back to all-time highs. So that's why it's good to sometimes have different levels in your chart. Now we have an immediate rebalance. And so it's very powerful that the next candle we see a big drop lower. What am I looking at here? Just looking at this little, we've closed inside the BISI now. That could be enough of a run. I'm looking from here. Have I come into a discount? No. So I don't believe it's enough of a run. Because if that was the case, I believe it just wicked into the 50%, taking out the slow. So I'm not having any longs right now. Okay, so yeah, I mean this closure underneath this, like I said, this intermediate term low was taken. failure to close in the upper quartile, yeah, kept all of these wicks, but the bodies are kept underneath C. It's telling us that we're very weak. Yeah, so it's about getting us set up really into the bearish trend. I'm still bearish, like I said. 323. There's a CB here. And I'm looking for a run into this, and simply what I'm seeing in Q until we get into a discounted raise. I'm bearish. So Dixie. Yeah, so dollar, like I said, I really do believe we're coming into HU1 180. And euro, yeah, that's about right. I've just got a feeling it's gonna hit target too. So that's looking good. Right, that's it for my forecast for this week. So I'm looking for lower prices, and I need to, yeah, I just really need to keep my eyes wide open. Yeah, the next candle, I mean, this could be the swing high here to just rip back lower. Right, so just from coming to a discounted range, and I mean, we could take out this high, still be in SCB one loss before going lower, but in any case, my draw is low, and to expect that these will be revisited at some point. Alright, that's cheap and cheerful.